Hello, and welcome back to Downtown. As always, I'm gonna start by rolling my die to see what family I'm gonna play with today. Okay, I got number 10. Nice, okay. I'd actually been hoping that I would be playing with this family soon because I only just played with their older daughter. So this is the Landry family. And my thoughts on this family is actually that they're gonna be fairly well off, especially after playing with the older daughter. So my thoughts were actually that they were gonna live in one of the townhouses. So I already have the Walter family living here. It's a fairly small building though, and my thoughts were that they were gonna be pretty well off. So I'm actually more leaning towards one of these houses. If I remember correctly, they aren't that different, except that the staircases inside of these go that way, whereas the staircases in these ones are going like this way, if I don't misremember. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna commit to this house in the middle here. So here we are, and well, let's start by figuring out which one of these houses they should live in. Of course, they are identical, just almost mirrored, although I had to put the staircases at the same direction, so they're a little bit different when you actually come into the house. Doesn't really matter that much, but I'm feeling this one more, so I'm gonna go with that one. But before I can do that, I also need to figure out their money situation. Yeah, because they are also the parents of Celeste, who we've already played with, and that family ended up with more money from the start than what's normal for these families, and I let them keep it as well. And my thoughts were that she was going to come from a pretty well-off family, but they're not extremely out of proportion wealthy. Yeah, I think maybe I should just motherload them twice. Then they have 100,000, and then when I'm done furnishing this to my liking, then I can decide how much money they're actually going to have after that is done. So let's start by doing that. I'm going to have her rent the apartment. Right, and as always, let's bring out the stuff here. So starting with Christa, I'm going to go ahead and randomize her secondary. I got knowledge as her secondary. Yeah, I'm going to give her skilled negotiator as well. Great, and then I can randomize also her lifetime wish. Max out 7 skills, all right. I'm going to randomize her hobby. Number 10. Christa is straight, so I'm going to set it to high. And I think that my experience with this, at least, when you prepare some sims and marry them using SimP, as I did at least, and then after that you randomize the gender preference with the sim blender, it's going to set them to straight, but with low instead of high. And that's what has happened for me, at least, with these sims who are married. The same thing happened in Strange Town as well. So I'm going to go in again and see hobby. So number 10 is games. All right, and her... Okay, she has an elder job, but she's in the medicine career, apparently. I'm going to put a pin in that and move over to Warren, who's apparently in the culinary business right now. Let's randomize his secondary. I also got knowledge, all right, sure. And he can have, the slower need decay. All right, and what is his lifetime wish? Now this is interesting. Own 5 top-level businesses. So is he a businessman? Is that what's happening here? Rolling for his hobby. He also got number 10. Okay, so I guess they have a joint interest in games then. Yeah, you see the same thing happen for him, so he's also straight. But this is interesting. If he is in the culinary business, it makes me think that he is in the restaurant business, right? So it would make sense if he is the owner of one of the restaurants here in town. I guess that would make him a restaurateur. So I'd have to switch him over to an adult career here. And yeah, I'd have to consider also what his major would be then. But before I move over to that, let's just finish up with Shanna as well, who's apparently in a military career, like all other Sims in this neighborhood, it seems. What's going on with the military here? Yeah, so I'm not going to randomize secondary aspiration for her. She has the fortune aspiration right now. And I'm going to go ahead with the hobby. Got number 8. She is straight. 8 is film and literature. Ooh, that's actually the same as her older sister. Nice. All right, but let's get back to the elders then. So, yeah. Am I going to keep Christa in the medicine career? I mean, if she is in the medicine career, she would be very close friends, probably, with Jessica Walter, which would be interesting. I guess it does make sense with the fortune combined with knowledge aspiration. She's not very interested in health, though. I'm also trying to consider things because I am going to need a high school principal, and I don't think I have anyone in the education career yet, or maybe just one. Let me double check what I have. No, actually, I can see it in front of me. I don't have any sim in the education career. I'm just trying to think also like gameplay-wise, because if I do want him to have an owned restaurant, it would be very difficult, well, not difficult, but a lot of work every time I play this family, because I would have 2 businesses to go to if I make Christa the high school principal. I mean, technically the high school would be a business, so that could still work if he became the principal then. And then Christa could stay in the medicine career. You know what I could do? I could randomize what majors they had and then decide based on that, because there are a lot of different ways I could take this, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's 10. No, 11. Yeah, 11. Okay, so if I roll a d12, then if I get 12, I re-roll. So let's start with Christa. She got number 1. Math. Okay. Math. And what would Warren get? He got number 12, so I need to re-roll. 5. Psychology. Math and psychology. Let me bring up that web page to see what careers goes with those majors. Because math is gamer, architecture, criminal, natural scientist, and science. And then psychology, law, education, intelligence, business. That makes sense actually for him then. So I can just go ahead and give Warren psychology and then put him in the education career, make him the high school principal. And then if she's in the maths, or if she studied maths, no, I don't think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to keep her in the medicine career like she had from the start and give her the physics one then. Her daughter studied biology. Yeah, but let's give her the physics one. I think that makes more sense with her anyway. So let's start with Warren. He's going to have psychology. He's going to be in the education career. Good, and he's not going to be an elementary school teacher. He's going to be the high school principal. I think that's like level 7 or something. Yeah, level 7. Nice. I'm going to write that down. Good, and then The high school principal career has a suit for a job outfit, and I think that's going to work. So I'm going to let him keep that. But he needs a job stopinator. And then let's continue with Christa, and she was going to have physics. She's in the medicine career, but she's going to need to get the adult job instead. Good. And no, she's not going to be an intern. What is Jessica Walter? She's a GP. And that is level 6, I think. What is level 7, just out of interest? Specialist. Yeah, I feel like Christa could be one step above Jessica. Her primary is fortune after all, and Jessica's primary is family, and then her secondary is fortune. And since Christa's secondary is knowledge as well, I think that would make sense. Yeah, she also is going to need a job stopinator. And then I also need to consider the skill levels here because they are a bit low for them. So I think, yeah, let's just use the D6 here. So I'm going to roll for Warren's charisma points. He gets 3 more in that. And his logic, 2 more. And his cleaning, 6 more. There we go. And Christa's mechanical, 2 more. She's way behind on that then. Her logic, 3 more. And her cleaning, 2 more. Good. And Shanna, with her military thing here, I'm not very pleased with that. It would make sense for her to have a job, though. Oh my God. Okay. Well, she's in the military career and she wants the other job that I don't want my Sims to have right now. Why does this keep happening? Okay, she wants to join the criminal career right now. Okay. Guess she fashions herself a baddie then. I think that I'm actually just gonna have her resign and then use the computer to find another job that makes more sense. So call work, quit job. Nice. So she doesn't have anything. And I've also considered her age, and I know it's going to be quite an age gap between her and her sister. But I don't really mind in this case, I think. She could be... we have a word for it in Swedish, but I don't know what it is in English. Like a child that you have way, way later than the first one. Anyway, the reason, of course, being that I already have quite a few teenagers who I have aged quite a bit, so they only have a few days left until they grow up, and I don't want all of my teenagers to move to the young adult stage at once, because it's going to be a bit overwhelming with the university, I think. So I'm just going to keep her being this young for now. So I'm going to also go ahead and set season to season 4. And then I can remove these things. And yes, let's move over to the makeovers then. So I'm going to start here with Christa. Okay, so quite a bit of makeup on her. That's nice. But what hairstyle? It's in a very neat bun right now. But I was kind of thinking something like this as well. Maybe this one is better. Yeah, let's go with this one. I don't think I have anything that could match with an alternative hairstyle for that one. But I don't really think she needs it, though. No. But I think it's fine. Yeah, let's go with this. And yes. Let's see about the makeup then. Yeah, I think this one makes sense. And she did have some blush on, so let's see what I can find there. No, I actually think she looks better without the blush, so I'm gonna stay away from that. But for some reason, I feel like something is missing on her face. I think it might be glasses. Let's see if I can find a good pair for her. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the gold trim ones. I think that looks nice. Do I like her eyebrows? Yeah, I think they are fine. Let's go with that. And then she has this green top on and some very long, well, a long skirt and some black boots. So let's see what I can do. Yeah, I think this one might be nice. Let's find some good pants to it. Well, she did have a long tan skirt, so this could work as well. Doesn't really match the shirt perfectly, so maybe if I try this skirt and see if I can find a better shirt. Yeah, I think maybe I like this one better. Maybe this is the perfect combination. No, I think I like the dark skirt better. Yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Yeah, I think I like it. Okay, so she has this right now. She can keep that one. Yeah, I think she would have a coat like this. So let's give her that one. Nice. And you can change into every day. Like it. She's apparently very lazy because she keeps standing like that. We're moving on to Warren. Could give him something like this. Of course, or the completely gray version of this could work as well. And this is interesting. It's very stylized, but for some reason it kind of suited him as well. Doesn't scream high school principal though. I think maybe this is it. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be this one. So let's see about some makeup then. I think that could work. I think maybe I want to give him some age lines. Yeah, something like that. Let's see about the eyebrows. These ones are black for him. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, let's let him have that then. And he has this very fancy suit on. I hesitate to actually remove it. I think maybe I want to let him keep it. Just walk around in a suit all the time. I think I might do that actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to find anything that's better if he if he's going to be like business all the time. But maybe he won't. Maybe it's better that he's not at home now that I think about it. He's going to wear a suit to work anyway. He could have something like this. And some dress pants. Oh, not those. That could work, but I don't think I like it. I think I would prefer something like this, but then he can't have that shirt. This might work. It's far more casual. I'm gonna put a pin in that anyway and see if I can go back and find anything that's like perfect. I was leaning towards this one earlier. Maybe I should consider that again. Also have this. Yeah, let's check it out anyway. And let's go back to these pants. Try with those and with those. Yeah, so I know that this one is not going to work. And I don't think I feel that one for him. I think these ones are going to be too dark. Let's just get him two versions of this. And let's see which one is working the best. I think this one is going to work the best. So let's go with that. I mean, he could have this one then for his formal outfit. Unless I want him to have something like this. You can buy it and see what looks best. Yeah, let's do this for his formal. It's very wealthy looking. Yeah, let's give him a robe. I think I'm just going to give him this, but the question is if I want it to be the blue one or the brown one. I don't think I'm going to go with the black one. Let's go with the brown one. Nice. And change back into your everyday. Looking good. And then we have Shanna left to do. So of course I want her to have the same hairstyle that her older sister has. Yeah, but I think I'm going to go with the alternative version of it in this case. And could she have it some other way for her underwear, maybe? I think I did give her sister an alternative. Just need to try to remember which one it was. Oh yeah, I think it was this one, actually. Yeah, can give her the same. Yeah, that looks good. And what about her makeup? She has pretty intense makeup as well. This was a cool color on her, but I'm also gravitating towards this one. Yeah, I think I want this. So I'm gonna go with that. And let's give her some new clothes. So she has a white top on and a black skirt. I think it might be easier to decide if I find a good skirt first or whatever I want to go with. Ooh, this is an idea as well. Actually, this looks really cool. I think I want that now. So, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with this for her. Cool. And let's change her back into her everyday. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just thinking now about Christa. I think I should give her some age lines as well. Because she has very clear skin right now. At least a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Good. Then, yeah, what's left to do now is to furnish the apartment. So let's start. Furnishing this house was a bit interesting because I had already imagined this family living in a house like this. And I had my own ideas about what that would look like, feel like. But of course, when you actually sit down to furnish a house and play in it and live with the family, it never turns out the way that you had imagined it. So it all felt very different from how I thought it would be, but I really do enjoy what it turned out like anyway. I went for a sort of wealthy but cozy vibe for this family. This should be a house that they have lived in for many, many years. I think it would be a house that they have sort of grown in. What with the daughters having such a huge age difference, I'm sure that they lived here even when Celeste was a child. Maybe they got this house around the time where they had her. And then, eventually, as she grew older, they had a second daughter. I guess that would have been when she was a teenager or something, what with a big age difference. So, yeah, then the extra room was well needed in that case. Right, so I started with the bedrooms, as I have in the past as well. It's a nice way to start, I feel like, getting to know the Sims that way. And yeah, I had this issue in the other house I furnished, like this with those diagonal windows and putting curtains on them. And I had thought about it ever since recording that video to try to figure out how to solve it. And you might have already seen me doing it, but I ended up putting in an OMSP that actually extends where the object is gonna sit. So in this case, I chose one that extended it one tile ahead. So that curtain is actually not actually sitting on that wall. It's actually one tile before it. So that made it possible to do what I wanted. So I was very happy about that. And then I also wanted to put in some window boards, I think it's called. And I successfully put in one on that straight part of the window, but the other ones I couldn't make it work with the curtains and everything, so it just had to be that one. But that allowed me to put in a cute little flower sitting there in the windowsill. Yeah, and I really liked how that turned out. Of course, what with the lighting mods that I have, there is a dark shadow on it, but yeah, I didn't think it was too noticeable, so I kept it like that. And I put in some decorations and stuff in the parents' bedroom as well to cozy it up. And then moved on also to the daughter's bedroom. So I made her style a little bit dark and gothic, I guess you could say. I've made a lot of the teenager style that way. For some reason it just feels right for them to have a very distinct sense of style in downtown specifically. Don't want them to feel like, you know, country people. Like you could call the Sims in Pleasant View, I guess. And yeah, I framed the bed with some curtains to make it, yeah, I don't know, it just feels like textiles around the bed soften things up and also frames it in a way that makes it feel like a room within a room. And I really enjoy that. And that way you can also put in some decorations like this to make it sort of also framed in a way. I think that looks really nice. And yeah, I'm keeping going with this modern kind of wardrobes that I think suits downtown very well. And of course she needs to have a desk as well, so she can actually go up here and do her homework. And what with her hobby being film and literature, of course she needs to have a bookshelf in her room as well. And with that done, moving on to the bathroom. And yeah, I saw that this curtain was poking through the wall a bit, so I had to start by moving that. And yeah, I put in some pretty luxurious furniture in here as well. And keeping with a sort of silver theme, white and silver, that I thought looked nice. And yeah, this curtain was also poking through. That's the bad thing about those curtains. I really love them. They're gorgeous. But both, you know, when you have a window right next to a wall like this and you put down a curtain on it, part of the curtain, but also the rod is poking through the wall. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. But I love them anyway. So I just shift them with the snapping to grid off, and that takes care of most of it. And then we're going down to the downstairs, and well, when I built this, I had imagined that the kitchen part would be sort of in the passage area, and then this bigger part of the room would be for a kitchen table. But actually sitting down to furnish this, I realized that that wasn't really that smart. It would make a lot more sense to have the kitchen part in this corner, and then that they would walk past the dining table on the way to the kitchen. So that was what I did. So I switched out the floors, the first thing I did, and put in some kitchen stuff in a dark wooden color. And then yeah, it became a bit like too few kitchen surfaces. So I ended up going with an island here that I actually freehanded together, and yeah, I squished them a bit together as well because 2 tiles was just too much space for it, so that worked out. And I'm putting in some expensive ovens and refrigerator, sink, those kinds of things. And yeah, and then I'm putting down the dining table here in the passage part of the room. First I tried to find a luxurious looking table, but in the end I couldn't find one, so I ended up going with this one with a tablecloth on it, and that, yeah, brought it all together in a nice way. And of course, I also need to bring up the coziness with some paintings as well. So yeah, I added in this one that was actually coming with one of the Maxis expansions. It might have been Apartment Life actually. It was a pretty late expansion anyway. And yeah, a nice chandelier above the table as well made sense, I felt like. And then I actually remembered to put in a coffee machine this time. So yeah, what with them being pretty wealthy, ended up going with an espresso machine. Then a nice bowl of fruit as well in the corner there. But I tried to keep the surfaces pretty clean of stuff to make it look more put together. And then they also had a smaller bathroom downstairs, so I made that into a small shower room. I guess that back when they had 2 daughters in the same house, it was nice to have a second bathroom. Not that they were teenagers at the same time, but yeah, I guess toddlers need to use bathrooms quite often as well, right? Yeah, and then we have the living room. Picking out the sofa was a little bit tricky. I couldn't find the correct color for it at first, so ended up going through a lot of swatches here. And yeah, in the end I went with this sort of pale one. And I used the same trick again for the curtain downstairs. And that allowed me to place it down. And I tried to put in a windowsill here again, but I couldn't make it work because the shadow was just too noticeable down here, so I ended up foregoing it. And I also put in a small table for a TV and a gaming station. What with both of the elders' hobby being games, it was very important to have that after all. I guess that's where they sit together on the evenings, spending time together, gaming. Very unusual hobby for elders right now. I'm sure that when my generation is old and grey, we're gonna sit down and play games non-stop, being retired. So I suppose that will be changing. That's my hopes anyway. And of course a bookshelf so that they can sit down and read. Both of them have the secondary knowledge aspiration after all, so I'm sure that they are gonna want to work a lot on their skills. And I tried to put in a nice painting above that sofa, but in the end I couldn't really find one, so I ended up going with these smaller paintings here, and yeah, I had these 3 colors apparently. They must have come with something else that I downloaded. But yeah, they made me think of like dramatic scenes in a video game, so I figured that it was like nice artwork from one of their favorite games that they wanted to have above the sofa, so that's what I put in there. And I guess that this is some sort of diploma related to the high school that they have saved and framed above the desk. And I put in an expensive car for them as well. Seemed appropriate. I squeezed in a mahjong table in that corner there. Yeah, because they like games after all. They need to have a lot of gaming stuff. And some decoration next to the door as well to make the place feel more lived in, but still pretty neat. And then a doormat as well. Really like having those kinds of stuff. And yeah, this room is the one that I figured was Celeste's when she still lived at home. So it has been quite a few years since then, so I figured that they have moved out most of her stuff, but they're keeping it like sort of a storage room right now to shove stuff that they don't know where to put anywhere else. And that's the house furnished and finished. And guess what I forgot? You'll never guess what I forgot. It's not the time control clock, no. Something else. Okay, where are we putting it this time? I mean, a bedside table is always good. But maybe on this. Doesn't have a slot for it, but I can fix that. I think this should be good. Let's put it there and slow it down to 50%. Right, so she should leave for work pretty much now. He should already be at work. And of course, she should already be at school. I think I'm gonna go ahead and set hour to 8. Then the school bus will, or should, show up for her. And I need to decide who gets the car and who is carpooling. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give Warren the car because he's gonna be the one with the active career as well. And yeah, Christa could carpool with Jessica, why not? So I'm gonna go ahead and change owner to Warren. He's gonna just drive to work. Let's see if the school bus shows up. No. Yes, it did, but also the carpool for some reason. I want you to go there by your car though, Warren. Drive to work. She doesn't really have time to do anything before she has to leave. But I might as well set up some relationships for, well, the both of them really. Because, of course, I know that she's going to be close friends with Jessica. But she should also know... What was her name? Yeah, she should also know Vamsey Custer. I don't think that they would be friends or anything, but they should at least know each other through Jessica. And I think that Warren should know both of them, even though he's not going to be friends with either. I don't think so. But let's summon them in so I can just add the relationships. So I'm going to go to relationships, Jessica Walters set have met. First of all, that's a good start. And then let's go with long-term 70. That's going to affect both the short-term and the long-term for both at the same time. And I'm going to set Jessica to friends and set to best friends. There we go. For Warren, let's set Jessica to have met. And they can be like 20, I guess. Oh no, really? He has some attraction to her, but no attraction yet to his own wife. That's the thing that can happen, of course, when you decide for your Sims what their relationships are going to be. They might not be attracted to one another. That's a shame. Oh well. Right, so that was Jessica. Let's get rid of her. And I'm also going to summon in Vamsey. They can be 20. Same thing for Warren, but let's just have them have met. I think that's it for now. That's the most important part anyway. Yeah, so let's just keep this going. And Christa is also, of course, going to leave for work soon. She needs some social, so I guess let's see if Jessica has time to chat. Oh, is that inaccessible when I put it like that? Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and put it in here anyway. At least hopefully it will be accessible then. Yeah, you can call your daughter. Is she home? Oh, she's at work. Okay, see about Jessica then. I think they have about the same work hours. Now this became very empty. It bothers me. Maybe I can add in something later. No, you know what? It's technically changed in my game to be science. That's why I didn't add it in earlier. But let's put in a chess table. At least there's going to be something there then. And then we can use the same chairs. All right. And then she needs to leave. Okay, and Mr. Humble left his package. Don't need that. Then we're speeding through the day until we have Shanna back from school. Okay, so we have a chance card for Christa. Christa hears about the new bug box with revolutionary backlighting. This box illuminates rare butterfly wings, and Christa has the perfect specimens. Only a limited number of boxes will be sold each year. Should Christa go ahead and purchase the box or pass on this opportunity? Well, of course she would purchase it. I don't know if she's that into bugs, but I mean, she certainly has the money for it. Christa makes a costly mistake. The boxes are too warm for the rare type of butterflies Christa purchased them for. Some of the butterfly wings are singed and damaged, and Christa loses many simoleons having to replace them. Oh dear. Minus 150, yeah, that was much simoleons. I think she can take it. Good, so we have Shanna back, and she earned back more money on her science fair than her mother lost with the bug thing. So let's see what she wants to do immediately when she comes home. I mean, I guess she would want to get another job. She's very active, so it's possible that she would like to do some sort of exercise as well. But let's start by finding her a job, part-time. No, I don't think law enforcement. Yeah, maybe. Maybe she could be in the same career as her mother. It would make sense if she got a foot in through her. But let's keep looking. Politics, huh? Maybe. I don't think slacker, no. So let's actually go with medicine. Okay, so she's a nursing home attendant. I need to add that to my spreadsheet. Oh, that's actually the exact same career as Lakshmi Phelps as well. Yeah, cool. Let's see if they meet each other at work. Yeah, and she is actually... Oh, she has the day off though, so they won't be able to do that today. But yeah, maybe some other time. Speaking of which, let's see who we have on the chat, if there's anyone. Jeffrey Corith and Rose. Let's start with those. Where did you get so much fun from? Was it chatting? I guess it must have been. Looking for a job couldn't have been fun, after all. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure her parents are gonna eat at work, so let's just have her grab a snack. So what we know about Shanna so far is that she seems to take after her older sister. Maybe she looks up to her. She has taken on almost the exact same hairstyle, and she also has the same hobby, film and literature, so they could be interested in the same things. She isn't very shy though, so I feel like she would like to take on her own personality. Maybe she's using her sister's... Well, maybe she's taking after her sister to find... I'm not sure. I mean, if she would have been shy, she might have taken on that as a suit of armor to build up from that. But I mean, if she's actually outgoing, maybe that's not the same. Maybe they've just been very close. But I mean, there's a big age difference as well. Yeah, I guess she's just grown up like wanting to be like her older sister. Maybe it comes from the age difference, really. Yeah, I'm sure that Celeste has been someone for her to look up to. Okay, so she doesn't have work. It started raining. I'm trying to think of something she could do indoors. Of course, she could sit down to read, but she's very active as well, so she can go jogging, but it's raining, so I'm not sure if she would want to do that. I could squeeze in an exercise bike in here, I think. Maybe that even makes more sense than this table, because I think it's going to be a squeeze for that anyway. Yeah. Let's do that instead. She can work out on that. Actually, what does her hobbies look like? So far, she doesn't have anything in film and literature, so I'm going to have to build up on that. She has quite a lot in sports and fitness, though. And also music and dance, actually. That's interesting. Would they have an instrument? And in that case, what? I mean, stylistically, it would suit this apartment to have a piano somewhere, I guess. Question is where, though? She could, like, play the violin or something. Yeah, I can put that up in her room. Do I have a recolor of that? No. Yeah. That could make sense for her. So we have both of the parents back home now. Oh, wow, she's really into cuisine. Wow. She doesn't have that much in cooking, but she likes cooking, huh? And he's into fitness and also music and dance. That makes me even more want to have a piano somewhere here. Yeah, it feels a bit odd, but let's sell that and let's put in a piano instead. I guess so. Why don't you sit down to play for a bit then? Both of them have apparently eaten. So I guess it's gonna be a very late dinner, if any dinner at all. Why don't you use the bathroom and have a shower? Yeah, he actually does have quite a lot in creativity as well, so I guess this is one of his interests. Well, this wasn't very successful. Maybe I need to change these clothes again anyway. Let's see what the other alternative looked like. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, looks much better. I'm gonna have to go with that one instead then. Well, for sure, I think that she would like their eldest daughter, Celeste, to come over. And I mean, maybe she would like to bring her roommate if she's not at work. And then they can meet her as well. Right, Christy. Okay, it might be that she won't come over. Okay. Better luck next time. Yeah, you can go ahead and have a shower. You can serve some espresso. You need to freshen up, I think. Oh, okay. Gonna have to move that one slightly then. What about now? Yep. And here we have Celeste, and she did not bring Christy. Okay. Just go ahead and greet your daughter. And then you can go ahead and take one of them, and you can take the other. Yeah, so why don't you sit down in the sofa and Celeste can join? Oh, really? What's in the way? There could be a number of things. First thing I'm thinking is it the this? Maybe. I'm gonna try to put that on a walkthrough block. Okay, it snapped to a weird position. Okay, how about now? No, still not. Okay, so it wasn't that. I guess it could be this. How about now? Yeah, it was that. Okay. I wonder where he's gonna go drink his coffee. I guess he's going upstairs. Maybe to the bedroom. I don't know if this one is usable on the diagonal though. Oh, it was. Nice. Okay, I guess he's having his coffee up here all alone, even though he's the most lonely one. Well, even though you're not hungry, you might as well go ahead and serve some dinner for everyone. And then your husband can take your seat in the sofa. So we're having Shanna catching up with Celeste here. Oh no, her face is frozen. I'm gonna fix that. So let's bring out the bat box. I'm gonna briefly make her selectable and go fix stupid expressions. Delete that again and make her unselectable. That's gonna unfreeze her face. Right, so he's here, so you can go ahead and have a seat there when you're done with the cup. Right, and she needs to use the bathroom again. Having Warren interact with his daughter as well. So they're starting out talking about fashion, apparently, meeting new people. Jessica invites her friend out to go downtown, but no, don't have community lots for that yet. Christa. God. It's a challenge learning all of these names. I'll get it eventually. Is your face frozen again? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, it's so creepy when they do that as well. Oh, are you done with the dinner? What? Oh my god, what are you doing? Gonna start a fire in here. Okay, this is giving me anxiety. Can you please hurry? Yeah. I know you're not hungry, but you don't have to leave it on the stove just for that reason. No, don't serve that monstrosity. Clean it up, please. And make a second attempt. I thought you liked cooking. That's why I asked you to do it. Just gonna anxiously observe what she's doing now. Oh, it might have been because Warren had to clean up his coffee cup, maybe, if she was in the kitchen at the same time. And she was shooed away. Great. So we have some unburnt dinner. That's good. Yeah, you're full, so you don't really need to eat something, but you can sit down and chat with your family anyway. Trying to also see what they're talking about. Yeah, like this, I guess. So they're talking about Celeste's new apartment. And I suppose she tells her family what's been going on in her life. This must be what every day looked like for them before she moved out. Family dinner at the end of the day. Oh wow, I guess she has missed her mother's cooking because she just inhaled that bowl of soup. I guess her father is asking if she has enough money, and it seems like she shooed him away. Don't worry about it, Dad. And then he moves on to asking Shanna when she's gonna move. She's still very young though, so it's gonna be a while yet. Okay. Let's think about this. I would like her to meet more teenagers if I can. Okay, so still just Rose and Fricoris, and she's already met those two. The other ones are not teenagers, so let's ignore that then, I guess. Out of these two, I think that probably she will get along the best with Fricoris, but I haven't played with him yet, so might as well just have her call him up, have a chat. So why don't you go to your room? She's still sitting there, but why don't you play some games? You can take care of the dishes. You can grab some more coffee. We have Celeste heading upstairs. Right, why don't you go ahead and call Fricoris, and I'm gonna bump down the social so that she can actually talk to him for a bit. Oh, looks like... Celeste came in to give her a tip, I guess. Why don't you just chat with her for a bit before she has to leave? Oh, are we at the standstill here now? Yeah, okay, good. So yeah, what with how much Shanna is taking after Celeste, I guess she's missing having her around. Of course, she's been out of the house for a while before she moved in with her roommate, Christy. She, of course, lived at the university as well, so it's been a while. But I'm sure she's visiting home quite often. Yeah, so why don't you just say goodbye? And then you can go ahead and call up Fricoris. Who doesn't own a phone? I've had this issue before. You know what I can do? I can actually summon him and the others in the same household in just to give them cell phones. So I don't have that same issue every time I try to contact them before I play with them. Okay, so I'm just gonna shift click and go cell phone, give cell phone on all of them. And then I can just go teleport, clear off. Yeah, let's just go all non-residents because I've already said goodbye to Celeste anyway. Nice. Then, now she's gonna be able to call him. Like magic. Okay, nice. And once you're done at the bathroom, you can join your wife. Gaming a bit together before bed. I bet that these two would love going out to a bowling alley and places like that around town. Maybe having dart contests and playing pool, those kinds of things. So I definitely think that they are nightlife people. It's probably that way that they met, come to think of it, that they were out on a place like that and met each other. Oh yeah, I shouldn't forget about the homework either. She needs to do that as well before bed. Yeah, they're getting along really well so far. I think that before I renovated the Tricot family house, I took a look at what hobbies they had. So they're not the ones I'm going to randomize before I start playing with them. And I'm pretty sure that Fricoris has film and literature as well. Because Vaudouin has science, I think it is. Yeah, right. It was her having science and also Raynell. But then Remington had sports. What are you doing? That's not your bed. Oh, she's super tired. Let's just have you use the bathroom and then you can sleep in your own bed. He still has some energy though, so I think that while he's still awake, let's have Shanna ask him to help her with their homework. Okay. Let's have you walk upstairs then. How about now? Yeah, now it's gonna work. Good. Now her face is frozen in a smile. She looks way too happy doing her homework. Why does this keep happening specifically in this family? So annoying. This tends to happen to me like straight before I ask my Sims to have their first kiss. And then when I zoom in on them, I see like, oh my God, they're not actually kissing. They are just smiling very close to each other. Nice. So now she knows how to study. That's good. She's hungry again, so I'm gonna have to send her down to eat something again. Maybe some sort of sandwich. Just a midnight snack before bed. Sounds good to me. Hmm. She's very into politics, actually, which is interesting. I mean, that's what her sister is working with right now, isn't it? I remember that correctly, right? Yeah, it is. Let's just take a look at the chat again. Code 1. Yeah, but that's it. Just use the bathroom one last time, and then you can also head to bed. Yeah, she's getting a lot of fun from chatting. I guess that was what raised it earlier as well. She's very outgoing, so I guess it makes sense. I mean, her father is a popularity sim, so he's also like, would like to have friendships for sure. Gonna have to prioritize that for him. Right, so I'm speeding through the night after saving, of course, and then I'm playing a second day as normal. All right, we have Warren waking up early because he needs to use the bathroom. He's fairly lazy though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna send him back to bed. I don't think he would stay up if he woke up this early. You know what I just realized? I should probably put in a burglar alarm in here. Don't want to have that nasty surprise. That's good. Right, so the sun has risen, but I don't think I need to kick them out of bed quite yet. Actually, Christa can't sleep in even. Shanna has to go up soon though. Eat again. Wow, she's a really hungry teenager, isn't she? I did give her the need rewards, right? No, I didn't. That's why. Oh my God. Forgot all about that. That actually explains it. All right. Yeah, you can go up and have a shower as well. He can sleep for a bit longer, but he's gonna need to take a shower as well, I think. Right, and today's gonna be a day at work for her. So let's see if she meets Lakshmi this time. You can also go up and have a shower. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she gets along with any of the guys in town as well, since she isn't related to them. That actually has potential for a romance, but being a fortune sim, she isn't that interested in it either, so it'll have to be if she meets the correct person, I guess. She has this fear, though, be rejected by sim for a date, so I guess she has some worries and fears about it, but she isn't wishing for anything like that yet. She wants to earn some money, though, so I can lock that in since she's gonna go to work later. You can leave that. Actually, Christa can probably take care of that. Time to get up, Christa. Do you also have work? Yeah. Oh, you know what I just realized? I think actually he doesn't have a work outfit. I think that's what I realized with John Burb in my Pleasant View town. And that the elders don't have a suit on after all. Maybe I'm gonna just revert back to the suit. Maybe this is gonna be like his weekend outfit or something. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take care of that when he comes back home. Nice. So we also have Christa now leaving for her work. I'm gonna go ahead and, again, speed up the time until we have Shanna back. Another one for Christa. Christa is at work, talking with a colleague about recent films she saw. The colleague suggests that they get together and have a movie marathon. Christa doesn't know this colleague that well, but is excited about the marathon. Should she accept the offer? Yeah, why not? The two have a great time sharing thoughts on some of their favorite films and agree to get together more often for movie nights. The colleague gives Christa a membership card to a secret place that is supposed to be any movie buff's dream. I see. I guess that was Jessica then. Or maybe another colleague, I guess. Nice, we have Shanna back here. Bored to death, but she's gonna have to leave for work anyway. And again, she didn't bring a friend, unfortunately. That's a shame. But of course, we have the chat as a backup. Oh, we have Ash on. Nice. She can chat with him before work then. Yeah, nice. I think that he was into science, right? Pretty calm and collected guy. Knowledge sim, I think. Could be a potential love interest, I guess. Although he's also one of the ones who isn't related to other teenagers in town, so maybe I shouldn't focus on him. Yeah, let's see. I don't think that Celeste was into music, really. I don't remember that she was. So maybe this is something that Shanna is sharing with her father more. I guess he might have taught her how to play. Oh, hi, Celeste. Sorry, but no one's home right now. Nice of you to come over, though. Oh, we have one for Shanna. Shanna walks the halls of Sunny Sim's retirement home during her shift, looking the part in her white sneakers and candy striper dress. She hears a buzzer, and looking around, she realizes with dismay that she's been paged to room 146, known as the infamous leaky bladder room. Should she suggest a bedpan, which she will then have to clean, or should she try and get the resident to the bathroom in time? She's a little bit grouchy, I did notice that. And serious. But she's also outgoing. And, living also with elderly parents, I think that she is aware that people like to keep their dignity if they can. So I think that she's gonna try for the bathroom. Bedpans are horrid, and cleaning them is even worse. Shanna decides that her resident will use the restroom no matter what. Despite the resident's reticence, I don't know what that means. Reticence. Shanna gets everything set up and half drags the exhausted resident to the restroom. But Shanna isn't fast enough. The exhausted resident can't hold it in and urinates all over both of them. Shanna's boss forces her to clean the mess by herself and docks Shanna a day's pay for mistreating a resident. Mistreating? Well, I guess she did it wrong then. Nice. So they're both back from home. And yes, before I forget, let's take care of the clothing here. So I guess I'm gonna plan his outfit for the third time here and put him back in this one. Yeah, that makes more sense. So why don't you go ahead and actually let me see see what you did have fitness interest in that as well. Why not go up and just exercise for a little bit before you freshen up? And how about you? I mean, she is the rolling wands for gaining skills here, and that also makes sense with her lifetime wish. So I think maybe let's just have her sit down and read up on mechanical, because she is way behind on that and she needs that for her job. Oh, actually, you can also use the bathroom and have a shower first. So you change out of your work outfit and then go ahead and study. She can actually go ahead and meet Raynell before as well. Actually, what time is she coming home? Oh, it's at 6. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So just go ahead and freshen up. Oh. Yeah, sorry about that, Warren. Let's just put this here instead. I'm gonna move that slightly as well. It's a bit sad that he hasn't met anyone he can befriend yet, but yeah. I mean, he does know Abhijit, and their daughter is roommates with his sister as well, and he has an elderly father. I think his name is Dante. That could be a potential friendship for him as well, but I'm gonna have to do it after I've moved Dante and Abhijit in, because they're still in the sim bin. But that could work, definitely. So why don't you go ahead and just serve some espresso? Or maybe actually he can just lie down and nap next to his wife. That's sweet. Shanna should be home soon. Okay, so she wasn't docked a day's pay. All right. Earn 500 simoleons. Sure. You can do that. Not sure how you're gonna... Yeah, maybe she's promoted and stuff. But she didn't bring Lakshmi home, unfortunately. Is Lakshmi on here? No. Actually not. But I do think it would make sense if they have met at work, since they have the exact same job. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that relationship for her as well. Oops, Lakshmi. And then let's just set have met. There we go. Okay, so she is bored out of her mind. She does have a bookshelf in her room. I guess she would sit down in her desk chair to read. So she can... Let's go with a mystery novel. And I did get that mod also to remove the effect on the needs that these books have. Yeah, it was just going down way too quickly in my mind. And of course, it was enhanced also with the time control clock. But yeah, I was told even without using it, it affects the moods a lot. So, oh, she didn't know about that yet. All right. I guess she'll just sit there and read for a bit. And actually, these guys aren't hungry again, so I think she's just gonna eat some leftovers later. Why don't you also meet Raynell, and maybe you can get to know her? Why not? Yeah. Christa is perfectly content to just sit here and read, apparently, so don't need to bother her. Right, yeah, he wants to play the piano, so why not do that as well? And Shanna needs to eat something, so I'm gonna have her get leftovers. Yeah, maybe she can call up Lakshmi later. Start something up there at least. Go ahead and drink some coffee as well. Oh, he wants to get fit. Sure. And he wants to have a party as well. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure that Warren is one who would like to have a lot of friends over, a lot, host the dinners and such. For sure. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty common picture in the evenings for these guys. We have Christa sitting in a corner minding her own business in silence. And then we have Warren making a lot of noise, probably calling up friends and having people over and such. And yeah, Shanna just going from one place to the other, trying to find her own sense of style and sense of self. I don't think she would go out of her way to do her homework. She does still need some more fun. She needs to freshen up again. I guess she would at least use the bathroom first of all. And then maybe, yeah, go to her room and call up Lakshmi. Gonna bring the social down again so they can chat for a bit. Let's see if they get along. But yeah, talking about games, I'm sure what with Shanna's parents being so into games and then Lakshmi also being interested in that, they could have a lot of things to talk about in that area. Talking about her dream of crime, I guess. I don't take the teenage lifetime wishes seriously, by the way. Know that I'm gonna randomize it when she gets older. Or if I figure out one that suits her perfectly, I'm gonna pick it for her. Oh, she's not into fashion. Oh. Yeah, that's a that's a no-go for Lakshmi then. Guess maybe they wouldn't get along that well then. At least not in that area, but yeah. There's more to people than just one interest. They're starting to get really tired here, but I do want to try to have them do a few romantic interactions to sort of see the way that they are reacting to each other. They don't have any attraction at all, but they are in love. I guess maybe they would just, do gentle things. Tender kisses and yeah, or maybe even like kiss hand, those kinds of stuff. They're really cute together though. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. So let's just have them go to bed. I don't think they even cuddled in bed last night, so let's see if they do that this night. Oh, and she's hung up on Lakshmi and is now playing the violin, which is kind of what I wanted her to do anyway, so that's nice. So she can get some fun up doing that. Oh, actually, yes, they are gonna cuddle. Nice. So we have Christa spooning Warren. That's really sweet. So even without the attraction that happened, that's really cool. I like that. Yeah, but I think that's fine for now. I'm gonna send her to bed as well and end their day. Yeah, so that was the Landry family. It was interesting getting to know them after having played with Celeste before this. In some ways, my idea of how they would be was very similar to what happened, but in other ways, of course, not, because it's always that way with getting to know your Sims, I guess. You can't really have everything decided before. You're always going to be surprised. But I think that, the way that this family constellation works and how they met and everything, it makes sense. And they're both very successful. They have a happy life together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to taking them out to community lots later also, to like go to bowling alleys and stuff. I'm sure they're gonna be like fish in water over there. And yeah, Shanna's gonna be staying here for a while yet as well. And let's see if she can shake off her sister's shadow and actually have a personality of her own as well. Of course she has that, but I think that she has, taken on the appearance of and parts of the personality of her sister, looking up to her too much maybe as a child. So yeah, let's see how that changes. Yeah, so as always, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.